Hi, this is Corporate Pero Latina, and if you're watching this, you might actually be trying to learn how the stock market works, or you're just trying to figure out how I could possibly relate it to online dating. Anyway, since I know that finance can be boring and hard to understand, and I'm also pretty experienced with online dating, I thought I might try to spice up the explanation. If you do a quick Google search for stock market basics, you'll get explanations like this one, which might just make beginners be like,
okay, so buying and selling. How though? The goal of stock traders is to capitalize on... What does capitalize mean?
You get my point. So here is my explanation of the stock market basics explained through online dating. The stock market has many different stock exchanges, such as the New York Stock Exchange, NASDAQ, the London Stock Exchange. There are a lot, but you can think of stock exchanges as all of our different dating experiences. Every day, huge sums of money are exchanged. There are several options in which people can choose to trade or invest in the stock market. A great way of doing so by yourself quickly and efficiently is through online brokerage platforms. And the word brokerage simply just means that they're the middleman for all these transactions. And this is where these brokerage platforms are similar to dating apps. You have apps like TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, Charles Schwab, Robinhood, I guess, although at this point in time, I think of Robinhood as like the Tinder of dating apps. Then for dating, you have Bumble, Hinge, Coffee Meets Bagel. You just take your pick. I do have favorites though. Just like I picked TD Ameritrade over Robinhood, I chose to use Bumble over Hinge or Tinder to explore my options. So, the type of companies whose shares are available for buying or selling are publicly traded companies. And just like all the people on dating apps who have willingly put their pictures and personal information out there for the public to see, these companies have decided to share their brand and financial information with the public. Who's the public? You're the public. You now have the right to do some digging and decide if a company is attractive enough for you to buy its shares, or for you to decide that it's just a hard pass. Because maybe you don't know much about the industry, or you're against that specific company's values, or the company just looks like a finance bro who thinks he's still living in his frat boy years and lives in a New York City apartment that his parents are totally paying for.
Anyway,
every company listed offers stock that can be purchased by the public. So if you buy shares of a company, as long as you don't sell, you're part owner of that company. A person might appear very attractive initially, so there's a high chance that you might overvalue them a little bit or a lot and swipe right on them. The same thing can happen with companies too, and it actually happens very often with IPOs. And it's because people might initially see these companies as very big and strong, and they just think they're a match. Anyway, when certain companies announce that they're going public, there is so much hype around them, and suddenly everyone wants a piece of them.
I'll have what she's having.
Without doing any research or actually taking a look at their financial statements to see if they're actually what they appear to be. So when you do match with someone on Bumble and you start getting to know them better, sometimes you realize that they're not really a great match for you. But let's be real, at any point, you can decide that you no longer want to pursue that person and just stop talking to them, unmatch them, you know.
Never see them again.
Well, same thing with shares. So sometimes you'll see the price for your share consistently going up, and then all of a sudden from one day to the next, the price drops. And you're just left thinking like, I'm not so sure about you anymore.
And now that's where you make a decision.
You can buy a share and hold it because you believe that this company is profitable and will continue to grow. I know we're all just trying to find the Apples and the Amazons of the world whom we could just commit to. But every time that you do buy a share, it doesn't mean that you have to keep it. You can sell this share if you realize that you no longer believe in the growth or value of this company. So if you buy and actually decide to hold, that just means that you're in it for the long haul. You start getting to know each other better. You have drama, you have the ups, the downs, all of it. But you hold on because you have faith and believe in your investment. On the other hand, if you buy and then decide to sell, you will either sell at a gain or a loss. Let's just say that during your date, you had great conversation, great food, it was overall a good time, but you just didn't feel the chemistry. You tell this person it's not gonna work out, and I would consider that selling at a profit. This is because I wouldn't really feel like I wasted my time, and maybe I even learned something new. Now that is a gain. And in stock market lingo, this would be a capital gain. This would be a capital gain because you're capitalizing on an opportunity, aka taking a chance to gain an advantage out of something. But if from the moment that you showed up, your date was just so annoying, couldn't stop talking about himself, had no interest in anything that you had to say, his jokes weren't even funny.
Not funny either. So if you were thinking, well, he's not that good looking, but maybe we'll have some laughs. That ain't gonna happen.
I could go on and on, but overall, if you really just wish that you would have stayed home because it would have been a way better time, I would consider this selling at a loss. You wasted time, you wasted effort. And again, in stock market lingo, this would be considered a capital loss. You gained nothing from it. FYI, capital gains and losses are taxed quite differently, so I'll probably try and make a video about that too. I know that the stock market, trading, investing, all of that is very complex and should be easier to understand, even though it's not. But without getting too detailed, these are your stock market basics. Thanks for watching, and I truly hope that all of you find your Amazons. Bye!